Hey everybody, this is Seth from Comingouttarot. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you haven't been here before, welcome. Again, my name is Seth. I run Comingouttarot.com. You can always find out more about me over there. I wanted to jump on and talk a little bit about, can tarot tell my future? I was talking about this on Periscope a little bit last night, and I thought it'd be great to share over here. I think that there are different approaches to tarot, and different readers take different approaches. Different clients who are coming to get a tarot reading take different approaches. And I want to share some of what mine is so you get an idea of what it's like to work with me, and you get an idea of what it's like to hear from a reader what it means when we talk about, can tarot tell our future? First, whenever we get started with tarot, anybody who's ever had a reading or started to do a reading, especially if you're in high school or college, you always end up doing the reading for someone or getting a reading for yourself about, does he like me? Who's my perfect mate gonna be? What should I do to look for a job? What kind of job should I find? They're basic things about life that we tend to want and need: a companion, a partner, a husband, a wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, the job, will I graduate, all of those kinds of basic things. And so it lives in that predictive space. When we watch tarot readers in Hollywood or even on Penny Dreadful, there's some sort of ominous predictive nature to it where the future is dangerous or something could possibly go wrong, or the White Knight is coming to save some young girl who obviously couldn't handle her life on her own, which is then proven completely ridiculous and wrong if we're lucky. So, can tarot predict your future? There's always an element of truth in a myth, in a story that we've heard. The fact that tarot exists was based on telling stories. It was based on a game of telling stories, and then we started wondering if those stories could actually come true, and they became part of court intrigue. So sure, the basis of tarot is in some sort of fortune telling or telling the future or predicting something that is unknown. It's part of the fun of it. It's part of the excitement of it. It's part of how we all got involved in the first place. So yes, there are moments where we can say tarot can tell your future. How does it do that? Well, that's when you start getting into the specifics around how a reader approaches tarot and how the client approaches tarot. So some tarot readers will approach tarot being predictive readers and saying, yes, I am going to predict phase A, B, and C, or a letter of a name, or the name, or that you're going to meet someone in the next 3 months, and so there's some timing around it. So yeah, there is the potential for some readers to be predictive readers and have that very clear idea of, here's what's coming based on the current path that you're on. There are other readers, and I fall in this camp, who are active in nature, where they say, okay, you bring me a question and I'm going to answer and confirm where you are today, and then I'm going to give you the steps that you need to achieve the goal that you're trying to achieve. Rather than predict what is going to happen to you, I want to assist you to get from point A to point B. The advantage of having the tarot reading in that situation is that now you're having a tarot reading that is pulling to light concepts, ideas, blocks, issues that could come up from the past, or potential risks that could come in the future. And it's more activating. It is about momentum. It is about creating the opportunities for you to identify what steps you need to take, actually start taking those steps, and be mindful and wary of the obstacles that can get in your way. So there's different approaches. There's the kind of magical view of what could be coming, and then there's the more practical view of where you are, what could be coming, what could be in the way, and what kind of steps you might want to take. And that's the second one, is where I land. Now on the client side, the person who's getting the reading, they can be in both camps as well. So a client may, you have to forgive the plane that has suddenly decided to like be going overhead. The client could be in the side of, I want a reading that is predictive in nature. Tell me what's coming. Tell me who this guy is. Tell me who this girl is. Tell me if I'm doing the right things to get what I want. Tell me if I'm going to win the lottery. Tell me if I'm going to get married in 6 months. Will I find the man of my dreams? All of those things that are disempowering to us, they can be empowering though. Why? Because for those people who find empowerment in knowing what the trajectory is, then they can either choose to change it or choose to buckle down and really drive towards that objective. For the people who are more action-oriented, more mindful about their day-to-day, who really want some prescriptive advice on how to move forward in order to reach a goal they have in mind, not the goal that they think might be coming that is being predicted, then sitting down with the reader, you can get real specific. You can say, this is where I've been, this is where I'm stuck, and I need to know how to get past stuck, so I need more information, and then I need to know what I need to do next so that I can be successful in achieving my goal. Either way, whether you're being predictive in nature or you're being supportive through confirmation and actionable next steps, there is the element of the unknown that the tarot reader is giving you. They're giving you either that predictive space of, hey, tell my future so I know where I'm going and then I can make some choices, or they're in that analytical confirmation space that can allow you to take the prescriptive advice in a way that is less freeform than if it was in that predictive arena. So can tarot tell your future? Sure it can. Can tarot predict your future? Especially, yes, especially if you know where you want to go and what you're trying to achieve. So yes, 100%. Tarot is predicting your future. As many times as if you followed me for a while, you may have heard me say that tarot does not predict your future. You're in charge of your future. I don't think that's true. I think I'm gonna stop saying that, because I think either way, tarot is predictive in nature. It is supporting you with information you didn't have before, and that is really honestly working with you to build your future. So if you're someone who's looking to get a tarot reading, think about what kind of tarot reader you'd like to run into and work with. I've got a blog post over on Comingouttarot.com where you can find out more about how to choose the best tarot reader for you, and understanding whether or not they're predictive or they're confirmational and analytical like me is helpful in knowing what kind of reader you want to work with, because you may prefer one over the other, and maybe you don't know yet.